as a former colleague in this House, I believe the minister wants to succeed, and we're going to support him. But, Mr. Speaker, these instances took place, Minister, as far back as 2023, and you're telling us you're still investigating a case where the financer hires school buses, recruits goons, they are carried in these school buses to a function, the goons start the violence, videos are taken, they are arrested, and the financer secures their release. For information, Mr. Speaker, the financer is the governor of Kakamega. Why is the government shielding a criminal who is promoting this violence?
Honorable CS.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I made it very clear, is that, Mr. Speaker, in some instances, why nothing has happened from 2023, the victims are running away from the case. You know, a member of parliament, for example, like Honorable Salasya, is refusing. And you know, it's not because he doesn't know the law. He is running away from coming to record a statement. So the DCI cannot again arrest the victim so that they can cooperate, so that, you know, we can investigate the people. So, Mr. Speaker, there are challenges here. Sometimes, Mr. Speaker, political leaders think that they are weak if they pursue a case to its conclusion, because they think that if they go to a dock and or a witness stand, Mr. Speaker, and they are now narrating how they were beaten, they think that their constituents will consider them a weak person. So sometimes they drop these cases, and so, Mr. Speaker, there's very little we can do. However, I agree with Honorable Boni Khalwale that our work is cut out, and it's unfortunate that leaders who we expect to assist us to de-escalate acts of violence are the ones who are organizing, Mr. Speaker, their goons and you know, the so-called bouncers, Mr. Speaker, to public functions, making it very difficult. You know, when we were in the Jukwala Usalama in Kakamega, the county and the county security team are saying they dread when they hear that there is a high-profile funeral by maybe a senior person like the chief that happened in the former chief that happened in Matungu, because they know that that weekend will be very difficult in terms of deploying so many officers to one function. So, Mr. Speaker, we agreed that it is important for us leaders to escalate this behavior. How here to before this House that Honorable Governor Barasa was involved in any way. Mr. Speaker, as the DCI said that the investigations are still ongoing, we'll stand with that. And Mr. Speaker, you know, you must take it, when Honorable Boni Khalwale mentions the name of his own governor, you must take it with a pinch of salt, Mr. Speaker, because just like his governor, Honorable Boni Khalwale is also fighting to be a governor in Kakamega. So we take his statement with a pinch of salt. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Fomeru, you may proceed to ask question number 072.
Speaker, the Member of Parliament for Mumias East constituency, Honorable Peter Salasya, attended Arambe of Bugaya Catholic Church in Mumias Town on 12th November 2023. The event, organized by the Western Region Members of Parliament caucus, was presided over by the Right Honorable Speaker of National Assembly, Honorable Moses Masika Wetangula. However, Honorable Peter Salasya was attacked by a rival of a group of young men when he was invited to address the congregation, resulting in a fracas that led to his injuries. He reported the matter on Mumias, at Mumias Police Station, where it was recorded in the occurrence book under entry number 23 of 2020 of 23 of December 23/12/11/2023 at 2:25 p.m. He was advised to seek medical attention and complete a P3 form, a copy of which was provided to him. However, despite being invited by the investigating officer, the complainant, Honorable Peter Salasya, is yet to return to provide his statement to the police. As a result, the case remains pending under investigation due to complainant's failure to record his statement. Mr. Speaker, status of investigations into violent altercations between rival groups at Bulimbo Primary School in Holera Ward on 2nd December 2023. Honorable Speaker, the funeral of the late Honorable Godliver Omondi, may she rest in peace. We served together in this house with Senator Boni Khalwale and Godliver. A nominated member of the County Assembly of Kakamega then was held on 2nd December 2023 at Bulimbo Primary School grounds. The event, attended by senior politicians, concluded peacefully at approximately 5:30 p.m. No incidents of violence or injuries reported or reports were made to the police in connection with the event. Part C, the status of investigation into altercation between Honorable FCPA Fernandez Baraza, OGW, Governor of Kakamega, Helsi Muhanda, Women Representative of Kakamega County, on 7th November 2024. Honorable Speaker, on 6th November 2024, Honorable Elsie Muhanda took to the podium to address mourners at a funeral in Imalamba, Eregi. However, her remarks reportedly provoked supporters of the Governor Barasa, leading to a commotion. A brief altercation ensued between the two groups, prompting police intervention, which swiftly restored order and prevented destruction of property. One individual who sustained minor facial injuries reported the incident, which was booked in 16/7/224 at Eregi Police Station. Despite police efforts, the injured individual declined to provide formal statement, and as such, the case remains pending under investigations. D, to violent altercations between rival groups in Matungu constituency on 8th of February 2025. Honorable Speaker, there was a violent altercation between rival groups at Matungu constituency on 8th of February 2025 during the burial of the late Chief Agostino Odongo, resulting in numerous injuries and insignificant damage to property. Mr. Felix Omutala, who was allegedly attacked by a group of 4 individuals, complained of assault, prompting the Director of Criminal Investigations officers from Mumias West to commence investigations. One suspect was arrested and arraigned in court under the file number 925/3025. The other 3 suspects were still tracked by the police for arrest and subsequent arraignment in court. Additionally, inquiry file number 01/2025 County DCI headquarters regarding offenses committed during the burial. The file has been forwarded to ODPP for review and further action. In fact, Mr. Speaker, let me say this, that it was as a result of this funeral that I addressed the country on this behavior of using goons in public functions. And Mr. Speaker, the resolution we made in Kakamega during the Chukwala Usalama was that Western region, particularly Kakamega County, needed more attention of the DCI officers in apprehending and arresting these characters. Mr. Speaker, because of the efforts we put in place from February, that's the kind of incidences such as the one that happened in Matungu, Mr. Speaker, have come down in Kakamega generally, and particularly in Mumias. The public meetings have been impossible to contain because of the kind of violent mobilization that political leaders engage in. Mr. Speaker, this is an issue of great concern to us going to the elections, and the DCI and the National Police Service are prepared to deal very well or decisively on this issue, Mr. Speaker, and it is something that we are alive to and we continue to monitor. We are unable to disclose the names of the suspects to avoid jeopardizing the process. However, intelligence gathering so far has identified key financiers behind these violent acts, and investigation to uncover additional suspects have made significant committed to ensuring that all individuals responsible, including financiers and orchestrators of violent incidences, are apprehended and held accountable in accordance with the law.